Welcome. This presentation offers a diagnostic analysis of the White House's spatial layout, examining its imbalance and the potential crisis for national fortune through the lens of traditional Chinese geomancy, or Feng Shui. We will explore how recent physical changes to this iconic building are seen as profound symbolic warnings. First, we must establish the baseline for a harmonious environment. In Feng Shui, balance is paramount. The White House was originally designed with a symmetrical layout, the East Wing and the West Wing flanking the central structure. This physical balance represents the ideal state of Yin and Yang harmony, a stable foundation for governance. This equilibrium is what allows for clear, centered, and effective decision-making. This table summarizes the critical pathology of the current spatial layout. We have three key elements. First, the East Wing, which symbolizes the azure dragon, the source of vitality and protection. Its removal in late 2025 is seen as severe damage. Second, the West Wing, the white tiger of power and execution, now stands alone, creating a one-sided and imbalanced, partial configuration. Finally, the reflecting pool, which represents the element of water and the concept of danger, has become murky with algae. Each of these changes signals a deep crisis for the nation's stability. This slide focuses on the physical destruction. In late 2025, the East Wing was forcibly demolished. In Feng Shui, the East is associated with the azure dragon and the element of wood, which represents growth and new life. This action is equivalent to, cutting off the azure dragon. Symbolically, this act is believed to sever the life force of the nation's protective energy, creating a, missing corner that exposes the nation to vulnerabilities and directly weakens its defensive capabilities. This physical imbalance has direct political implications. The, partial configuration created by the lone West Wing predicts political discord. With the loss of the Eastern energy, the nation's decision-making is believed to become biased and unsteady. This state of imbalance makes it difficult for national energy to remain centered and neutral, leading to internal power struggles and a loss of clarity in governance. The physical world reflects the state of leadership. Next, we analyze the deterioration of the reflecting pool. This change happened in 3 steps. First, human intervention. The pool's bottom was painted a deep blue, which is an element of water. Second, this dark color absorbs heat, leading to physical degradation like algae blooms and cloudy water. Third, this leads to symbolic collapse. In Feng Shui, clear water represents wisdom and trust. This murky, stagnant condition signifies a loss of integrity, blocking the path to resolving danger, and making it impossible to transform a crisis into a period of safety. Here we see the deeper shift in the I-Ching hexagram. In the past, the pool represented the, water over earth hexagram. This was a stable and nourishing arrangement, where water was supported by the earth, symbolizing a nation grounded in reality with a strong foundation. However, by changing the bottom to blue and creating a water over water hexagram, this foundation has been removed. We now have the double danger hexagram. This represents a perilous state of isolation, where the nation's decisions are disconnected from its true foundations. These two crises are now converging. On one side, we have the collapse of defense and protective energy from the loss of the East Wing. On the other, we have a metaphorical internal abyss, represented by the corrupted and dangerous waters of the reflecting pool. This dual crisis creates a powerful negative synergy. The result, as seen here, is that the form and energy of the building will overflow into the national fortune, making peace and stability increasingly difficult to achieve. To remedy this, a 3-part restoration strategy is proposed. Strategy 1. Replenish the dragon. This involves rebuilding the cultural and physical protections in the East to restore the vitality of the azure dragon. Strategy 2. Balance. This requires restoring the physical symmetry of the building to bring Yin and Yang back into harmony, ensuring that decision-making returns to a just and centered state. And finally, strategy 3, recolor. Changing the pool's bottom from dark blue back to an earth tone color would restore the nourishing water over earth hexagram. It would reduce heat absorption to prevent algae and, symbolically, restore the nation's foundation and carrying capacity. In conclusion, the Feng Shui issues at the White House are not merely physical changes. They are deep, symbolic warnings. The spatial imbalance serves as a serious caution. True stability can only be regained by rebuilding the core of governance with sincerity, symbolized by clean and pure water, and by restoring balance and impartiality. Only by addressing these fundamental principles can the nation navigate its dangers and secure its fortune.